Some voices aren't loud because of volume, but because of fire. And some girls aren't strong because of muscles, but because they've walked through storms hand in hand with God. A small girl, Amara, kneeling beside her bed, whispering a prayer with bruises on her arm. Her stepmother's shadow looms in the doorway in a house where love once lived. Silence became her prison. Her mother's lullabies were replaced with insults. Her laughter, stolen. Her father, lost in the spell of another woman's smile. The stepmother tears up a notebook filled with songs. Amara watches, eyes full of pain, but not defeat.
You missed a spot. Again. Are you trying to be useless on purpose?
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean.
You never mean anything. Just like your mother. Always crying and praying. Look where that got her. 6 feet under. Are you mad? That plate is worth more than anything you've ever brought into this house.
She storms over, raises her hand, then pauses just before hitting Amara.
No, hitting you would be too easy. I'll teach you better. No breakfast today, no lunch either, and forget about singing in that choir. That voice of yours, it's a curse, not a gift.
She turns and walks away, her heels clicking like gavel strikes. Amara drops to her knees, tears falling silently onto the broken plate. She gently picks up the pieces, whispering to herself.
Mom, I miss you so much. If you were here, you'd hold me. You'd sing with me. You'd tell me I'm not a mistake. But I won't stop. I'll keep singing. Even if no one hears me but God. My tomorrow must be greater than today. No matter what I face, no matter what comes my way, my tomorrow must be greater.
When truth breaks pretenses. Interior. Lavish living room. Late afternoon. Golden rays stream through embroidered curtains. A tea tray sits between Miriam and her longtime friend, Mrs. Gloria. A graceful woman with warm eyes and quiet strength.
Gloria, I don't know what sin I committed to end up with that girl in my house. Lazy. Always sneaking around, pretending to be holy and innocent. One minute she's quiet, the next she's singing like she's auditioning for angels. She's wicked, unpredictable, just like her mother.
Miriam, I've been to your house enough times. I've watched that child from afar. And honestly, what I see is the complete opposite of what you're saying.
What are you talking about?
Amara is quiet, yes, but not sneaky. She's hardworking. I've seen her scrubbing your floors while you sip juice. I've seen her smile through pain. She's decent. Polite. She carries herself with grace no child her age should be forced to. Why not treat her like your daughter?
Whose side are you on, Gloria? You come to my house to insult me. That girl has bewitched even you now.
No, Miriam. I'm not bewitched. I'm just not blind. The Bible says to love even the stranger among us, to care for the orphaned. Amara may not be your blood, but she's your responsibility. Tomorrow, she might be the very hand that saves you.
Get out. If you're not on my side, then you're against me. Leave my house, and let today mark the end of our friendship.
I'd rather lose a friend than keep silent when a child is suffering. One day, you'll remember this moment. And you'll wish you listened.
She walks out gracefully. A gust of wind slams the door behind her, echoing through the now empty room. Miriam stands alone, lips trembling. Uncertain whether from rage or fear that truth has begun to find its voice.
So now I'm the villain. Me, in my own house. That little rat has everyone wrapped around her holy little fingers. Polite, graceful, hardworking. What nonsense. It's all an act. Just like her mother, manipulative and deceitful. But I'll finish what I started. That girl is going to wish she was never born.
She walks to her dresser, yanks open a drawer, pulls out a small, locked wooden box. She opens it slowly. Inside are scorched pages from Amara's old songbook, a photo of Amara and her late mother, and a torn church flyer.
I've taken her voice once. But that wasn't enough. She still walks around this house like she has angels backing her up. No more. I'm going to break her. Strip her of every little thing that gives her hope. Her songs, her Bible, even her prayer corner. She thinks she's strong. She hasn't seen war yet. Let's see if her God will save her now.
A loud crash of thunder answers. The room flickers dark for a second. Miriam pauses, unsettled, but shakes it off.
Tomorrow, I start with her choir. I'll talk to Pastor Jonah myself. Let's see how she sings when the church door is shut in her face. And when that little spark in her eyes dies, I'll finally have peace.
Amara kneeling in her room, unaware of the storm about to be unleashed, but gently singing a hymn under her breath. A soft glow surrounds her. A whisper of scripture echoes faintly. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Madam Miriam stormed into Amara church that Sunday evening, her heels clicking like thunder against the tiled floor. The choir's final note had barely faded when she caught sight of Pastor Jonah by the pulpit. Without waiting for pleasantries, she marched up to him. "Pastor," she began, her voice laced with frustration.
"I am tired. I don't want my husband's daughter wasting time with this choir thing anymore. Since she joined, she's become lazy, no help in the house, always singing, day and night. She doesn't know how to do anything useful anymore."
Madam Miriam, you see, music, especially worship, it is not just singing. It is a calling. That girl, Amara, she is not just part of the choir. She is the voice in the wilderness. This is her destiny.
Suddenly, from the back of the church, Amara's voice rose in a spontaneous hymn. Pure, raw, unrestrained. The congregation turned, breathless. Her voice swirled through the church like incense. Soft yet commanding, anointed. Madam Miriam stood frozen, her anger unraveling into something unfamiliar, awe. And for the first time, she saw not just a teenage girl obsessed with music, she saw a vessel. A light, a destiny already unfolding. Madam Miriam's pink SUV cruised silently down the lonely road, the hum of the engine masking the war waging inside her. She stared ahead, jaw clenched, heart pounding. Pastor Elijah's words echoed in her head like a haunting bell. Her destiny can only be delayed, but it cannot be stopped. She slapped the steering wheel. Destiny, she muttered bitterly. Nonsense.
I will teach Amara a bitter lesson she will never forget in her entire miserable life. She has succeeded to get everyone to her side.
In the living room, late at night, the atmosphere is tense. Mr. Ez sits with a newspaper while Miriam stands by the window, her voice cold and steady.
I can't keep quiet anymore.
What is it now, Miriam?
It's Amara. Your daughter is changing, and not in a good way.
Changing how?
She's stealing, little things. My gold earrings disappeared last week. $1,000 from your drawer, gone.
That doesn't sound like Amara at all.
And last Tuesday, she brought a man into this house. While you were at work, I saw them, laughing, whispering, too close. It wasn't innocent.
No. That's not possible. Amara wouldn't do that.
You're blind to her now. You see the sweet girl she was, not the reckless one she's becoming.
So what do you want to do?
Let me send her to my sister, Ngozi. Just for a few months. She needs discipline, a reset.
Just for a while?
Yes, just a while.
Ez nods slowly, uncertain. Miriam turns away, her face hardening as she heads outside to make a call. Miriam called her younger sister with a wicked intention against Amara.
Let me call my sister Ngozi.
This one, my elder sister Miriam is calling me. I hope everything is fine. Hello Miriam, good evening.
Ngozi, prepare a room. She's coming to you.
Amara.
Yes, I've handled her father. He believes the lies. Now she's yours.
Don't worry, she won't remain sweet and innocent for long here.
I want her broken. No choir, no dreams. Silence her.
I'll do more than that. I'll find a village boy to trap her. The moment she steps in, we'll start pressing her. She'll be pregnant before long. That should kill the star in her.
Good, that's what I want. She'll never rise above me. Not in my house.
By this time tomorrow, Ngozi whispered to herself, that proud little songbird will be under my roof. And by next month, pregnant and forgotten. She closed her eyes with a wicked smile. But as soon as sleep took her, heaven opened. Dream realm. Vision. Ngozi found herself standing in a vast, glowing field under a starless sky. The wind was warm, but her body was cold. Suddenly, a blinding light split the darkness.
Ngozi, daughter of the earth, hear what the heavens have declared.
Who are you?
The girl who comes to you tomorrow is not a burden, she is a flame. A light sent to this world with purpose. She is a star, and you are her midwife and her destiny helper.
But her stepmother said,
You have believed a lie born from envy. This girl carries nations in her voice. And you were chosen to cover her, not crush her.
Suddenly, the skies opened above them, and Ngozi saw a vision. Amara, standing on a massive stage, leading thousands in worship, her voice shaking the heavens, demons fleeing, souls weeping. The very ground beneath her feet glowed.
You touch her wrong, and your house will know sorrow. But treat her as your own, and her rising will become your redemption.
The angel's light grew brighter until it swallowed the entire dreamscape.
Thank God it was a dream. This must be the handiwork of God, the creator of the heavens and earth. The God of heaven, thank you for warning me ahead of time. I will forever be grateful.
Ngozi shot up from bed, drenched in sweat, her breath ragged. The sun was just peeking over the hills. Her hands trembled. Her heart was different. By the time the vehicle pulled up with Amara, Ngozi was already at the gate, smiling, not with cunning, but with reverence.
I'm super excited, my child, welcome home.
Ma?
You don't understand yet, but from today, you are my daughter. And no one will touch the gift inside you.
Thank you, Ma'am, for accepting me as your daughter. Ma'am, my joy knows no bounds. I promise to be at my best behavior.
You're welcome home, my child.
Inside the house, Ngozi prepared a room not of chains, but of comfort. She cooked with her own hands. She bought Amara a new notebook, a keyboard, even found a local music teacher. And while Madam Miriam waited to hear news of Amara's downfall, destiny was blossoming in secret. Because when God speaks, even enemies become protectors. Even curses turn into cover. And even those sent to destroy you can be transformed into the hands that raise you. 3 years later, United States National Music Awards night. The hall glistened like a sky full of stars. Cameras flashed, celebrities posed, but none shone brighter than Amara. Radiant in an emerald gown, her voice already a legend, her name etched in the hearts of millions. And the artist of the year goes to Amara. The announcer roared, the crowd erupted, cheers, applause, a standing ovation. She walked to the stage with tears in her eyes, her 5th award of the night. Best Vocalist, Inspirational Album of the Year, Humanitarian Artist, People's Choice, and now, the crown, Artist of the Year.
This isn't just my win. This is for every girl they tried to silence. For every dream someone tried to bury. Destiny isn't a whisper, it's a thunderstorm. And if it's yours, no force on earth can shut it down.
Backstage, Madam Ngozi wiped her tears proudly. The girl she once planned to destroy was now the one who built her up. Since Amara entered her life, her business had tripled. Her son got a scholarship to Canada. Her husband was appointed the mayor of their town. Even her health, once frail, had blossomed.
Amara was not a curse. She was the key that unlocked divine favor in my life and family. I'm proud to say my daughter Amara is now a mega star, and a mighty instrument in the hands of God. To God alone be all the glory and praise.
Her husband stood in silence. Jobless, bankrupt, his pride shattered. Their phone had become their only companion, calling, begging, hoping. But every time they called, they heard the same thing. Sorry sir, this country is hard. Our mama, even feeding is a problem. But wait, oh, isn't that your stepdaughter, Amara? That girl gives people millions. She helped a whole orphanage last month. Go to her. If anyone can help, it's her. Miriam's chest tightened. She hadn't spoken that name in 3 years. Her last words to Amara had been a curse. Now, she needed $150,000 for treatment and a new place to stay. And not a single soul was willing to help. Her vision blurred, not from the illness, but from the shame.
Miriam, this is your doing. You chased light and married us to darkness. You touched what heaven had already sealed.
Miriam broke down, weeping uncontrollably.
I never knew she was the one.
Next morning, in Amara's private mansion, Amara stood by her glass balcony, sipping tea as the sun rose gently.
Miriam and Ease, there at the bottom. She's sick and desperate. Everyone she goes to for help tells her to come to you, that you will help her.
Amara was silent for a while.
Let her come.
You'll help her.
Amara turned, her face calm, regal, almost divine.
I'm not who she was. I'm who God made me to be. And what she meant for evil, God turned for good.
Because destiny doesn't just rise, it reigns. And when God lifts you, even your enemies will sit at your table and drink from the cup of your overflow. Sometimes, the ones sent to break you are the very reason you rise. Miriam's cruelty became Amara's fuel. What was meant to silence her voice became the reason the world heard it. Pain made her powerful. Rejection made her radiant. And from the shadows of hate, Amara became the song the world could never forget the lesson. Stars shine brightest in the darkest skies, and greatness is often born from the fires meant to destroy it. The hall was silent, heavy with the weight of years buried in silence and regret. Madame Miriam, once proud and unyielding, now stood trembling, her eyes brimming with tears that pride had long forbidden. Beside her, Ez, the man who let silence speak louder than justice, lowered his gaze, broken not by punishment, but by the mirror of their own choices.
Amara, we failed you. We let shadows raise you when it was our light you deserved.
Miriam stepped forward, tears streaking the mask she'd worn for years.
I was wrong, blinded by bitterness, threatened by your light. I tried to dim what I didn't understand. I see now, you were never a threat. You were the gift we never deserved.
Amara stood tall, no longer the girl begging for love, but the woman the world listened to. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was grace. She walked to them, placed a gentle hand on her stepmother's shoulder, and whispered,
I forgave you long before you ever asked. Because I chose not to be what you made me, but who I was born to be. So long as I live, you and my father will never be poverty-stricken. I will make sure your lives are sweet again. You will never beg to survive.
Your words are so sweet, my daughter, and they gladdens my heart.
Thank you, my precious daughter. Come here.
And in that moment, the chains of guilt shattered, not because they deserved forgiveness, but because Amara was powerful enough to give it. The lesson: true power is not in revenge, but in rising so high that even your enemies are forced to bow in awe and gratitude.